What is up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a bit of a test video because I'm gonna test out all of this stuff I put on for a long distance road trip, and that's for a very good reason. Now, back in January when I sold Alp, I did say I sold him because I wanted the money to fund a trip this summer. Now, back then this trip was just an idea. It was not something completely planned. It was just an idea to try and see if we can actually make it. When I say we, it's me and a friend. Well, now it's getting close to summer and the trip is about a month away. It's actually shaping up to be a proper trip, and it's actually going to happen. Now, we're not gonna plan it extensively, so until I'm actually leaving for the border, I'm still kind of iffy if I believe it's going to happen. But if it is going to happen, it's gonna be one of those trips that you remember probably for the rest of your life. As a test run, I've packed up the scooter full of everything I have to take to my parents, and it's a 300-kilometer road trip for the day to see how he handles the weight, how he handles long distance trip, how I should pack, because I've done quite a bit of changes over the winter. First of all, I've added all my amenities up here, and for the people that said that I should run headbuds and not this speaker on the dash, well, as you can see with my windscreen blocking all the wind, I can hear the music perfectly fine without earbuds in my ears, and I prefer it this way. Oh, come on, really? Also, what I've added to the back is a big GV E43 top case, which is a big touring top case. And I want to see how the scooter handles all the way around the back. Currently it's holding it pretty nicely. What I am learning from this experience is the bag that's sitting right here behind me, I have to make it pretty slim because it's currently pushing on my back and it's making it quite a bit uncomfortable. So I have to find a bag to put on the passenger seat that's just a little bit slimmer, and so I don't have to sit in a weird position like lean forward. But that's the whole point of this trip, is to learn stuff so I can prep for the big trip. Now, what is this big trip? Well, I'm gonna take this little scooter, and the plan is to leave Bucharest, go all the way through Bulgaria, through Turkey, through Georgia, through Armenia, all the way to Azerbaijan, and to the capital of Azerbaijan in Baku on the Caspian Sea coast. It's gonna be, if you go in a straight line to Baku, it's about 2,800 kilometers, somewhere around the region. But on the way there, we're gonna zigzag around it. We're gonna visit a lot of things through Turkey, through Georgia, through Armenia. We're gonna take our time. I've planned for this trip about 2 weeks. First, we're gonna do the trip to Baku, where we're gonna visit a lot of stuff, and we're probably gonna ride like 300-400 kilometers in a day. So, not in a hurry. And then from Baku, I plan to iron butt all the way to Bucharest. That means, what is an iron butt? Well, an iron butt is an association that basically has 2 tiers, and if you send them evidence that you've done it, you get a patch, you get a bit of a certificate. It certifies that you've completed an iron butt. So the 2 tiers for an iron butt are 1,600 kilometers in 24 hours or 2,500 kilometers in 36 hours. Now, I don't know which one I'm gonna succeed at. I'm gonna try to go for the big one, the 2,500 kilometers in 36 hours, but you never know which one will we manage, because usually an iron butt, it's easy to do when you're on highways. Coming from Baku to Romania, we're gonna have to cross. So you're leaving Azerbaijan, you're entering Georgia, from Georgia to Turkey, from Turkey to Bulgaria, from Bulgaria to Romania. So we have about 4 border crossings, and that's a lot. because I don't know how long border crosses are gonna take. Usually they take half an hour, it depends on the border. And that could really mess up my plans for an iron butt. But through Turkey, it's 1700 kilometers. Oh, come on. I don't know why this guy slowed down. He passed me and then he slowed down. From Turkey one end to the other, it's 1700 kilometers. So we might actually try to do the small iron butt right through Turkey, because we don't have any border crossings to mess up our timetable. And that's about all we have planned for now. So basically the idea is to travel to Baku and see what we can see on the way there, and then for me to iron butt all the way back. Now I am going to be joined by another YouTuber. He's gonna be riding also a small bike, 200 cc's, and we might have a third member of the group, but he's uncertain at the moment. I don't know exactly, but I think it's gonna be quite an interesting trip. And I do plan on documenting every single day, make like a vlog style series with just about every day what we get up to in each day, and then an entire video on the return trip where I want to see what it feels to ride something this small for such a long period of time and cover so many kilometers. Basically, I plan to do an entire service interval in 36 hours. So I'm gonna change the oil when I leave Baku, and then when I get back to Bucharest, I'm gonna have to change the oil again, because I would have blown past the 2500 kilometer mark, which is the service interval for this little ST. I don't know if the engine can take it. I'm gonna try to baby it all the way, because this isn't a sprint, this is a marathon if there ever was one. And if I actually manage to complete Baku to Bucharest in 36 hours on this thing with just 12 horsepower, basically it's gonna show that you could do whatever you want on whatever two-wheel vehicle you have in terms of touring. You just need the willpower, and I do have the willpower. We're gonna see if Sym has the mechanical prowess to make a reliable scooter for such a long distance trip. Total distance for the trip, I'm estimating it's gonna be around 7,000 kilometers, because the trip to Baku we're gonna be zigzagging all the way there, and it's probably gonna be longer than just a straight shot. But we'll see what it ends up being. Anyway, all in all, it's gonna be the trip of a lifetime. I've dreamt of something like this for, I don't know for how long to say, basically ever since I was little. Just pack up a bike, a scooter, something, a car, whatever you have, just pack it up and basically live on the road for 2 weeks. And explore other countries, explore other cultures. I can hardly wait to see what Turkey has to offer, what Georgia has to offer. And as a side note, for me personally, this is the first time exiting Romania on my own vehicle. I've exited Romania before. I've seen Europe. I've been when I was little with my parents, but we went on planned trips with travel companies who set up buses, planes, and also in February when I went to Greece with my co-workers, we went with one of their cars. So basically I was just, for all the trips I've ever exited Romania, I just sat and was taken there. This time, this is the first time I'm exiting the country on my own vehicle. And basically I'll have my own means of transportation, not relying on buses, not relying on planes, trains, you name it. It's just gonna be me and my little scooter. A lot of firsts in this trip, and that's why I needed the money from Alp to fund this trip, and that's why I'm in a hurry to get the scooter ready for such a long distance trip. Now I still have a couple of things to do. I've done the fork service because I wanted to add a little bit thicker oil in the fork, and also I've added our mechanic at Sym added a couple of 1 centimeter spacers to the springs to preload the fork a little bit, because we're gonna have quite a bit of weight on the scooter for this trip. And also I want to try out heavier variator rollers because I wanted to cruise at a bit of a lower RPM to get the fuel consumption a little bit lower, and also to make the engine cruise at a bit of a lower RPM, which should help a little bit with the longevity of the engine. But all in all, for now, it's running beautifully. Currently, the little Donnie has 14,000 kilometers on the odometer. It's running strong. We're gonna see just how well this scooter will handle such a long distance trip. I can hardly wait to get going. We're still about a month away from the trip. There's still a little bit of loose ends to tie up. I haven't got my passport in order just yet. I should be receiving it next week. Then I can be certain I can exit the country and actually do the trip, but it should be okay for now. Still have to do the rollers and the variator to do the tests. And I think that's about it. The top case is holding up nicely. It's a really big top case, and I really like the netting on top because I can actually put a couple of things, extra things inside that netting and not use up space in the top case. I need to find a dry bag for the passenger seat because I'm pretty certain we're gonna get caught in some rainstorms. You can't go traveling for 2 weeks and not have a drop of rain on you. It's impossible. And I still have to do my packing list. I have to see what I'm gonna take with me, what I'm not gonna take with me, because I really do not want to overpack. This is a little scooter, and every little bit of weight I can save is welcomed. Also, I have to find a place to mount a jerry can, because with just a 7-liter tank, I really want to have some extra fuel with me just for emergencies. Now, it should be fine for regular riding, but who knows where we end up going. And I really want to have some extra reserve fuel with me, about 5 liters of reserve fuel with me, just in case the shit hits the fan and I run out of fuel. Currently I'm getting about 200 kilometers out of a tank, which is not bad because that's about 2.5 to 3 hours of riding, and in that time frame you really want to take a break every 3 hours, because this is a small tight little scooter and it does require a bit of a break every 2-3 hours. So that's a bit of an okay situation, but just in case we go somewhere more remote, I want to have some extra fuel with me to be safe, just to be safe, just to be able to get that range from 200 kilometers to somewhere close to 500 to 400 kilometers, not 500. But that's just about it for now. A bit of an update to what I'm up to. If you want to see the trip, get subscribed. Be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss this trip. On the way there, I will be posting pictures both here on YouTube and on my Instagram account. My Instagram is linked down below. Oh, train! Nah, I couldn't get a horn from the train. Anyway, like I've said, all trip long I'm gonna be posting daily on my YouTube messages, and also on my Instagram. I will be putting up stories, pictures, whatever we encounter, because I'm not going to edit on the trip. So I'm just gonna film, I'm gonna save the footage, but I'm not gonna be editing on the trip because I really want to enjoy the trip and not spend time editing. I will be editing everything when I return, and probably I'm gonna put out a video a week or something like that. Depends how quickly I can edit them. Be sure to get subscribed to the channel, follow me on Instagram and all that malarkey, so you don't miss all the details of this trip. It's gonna be an epic trip, 7,000 kilometers on a 169cc scooter, air-cooled, small city scooter. It's gonna be awesome. But for now, that has been it. Take care out there, everyone. Get ready for the summer, get your bikes out, start riding, enjoy the summer, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Until next time, take care out there and ride safe. Goodbye!